Hello friends and welcome back on my channel. Thank you so much for joining me again for another reading vlog. It is the week before Christmas. I have very little plans this week. So my son's birthday is on the weekend, but I don't have much to do for that. I might have some plans with friends and my family on the weekend, but it depends on how much my son is going to need me for his birthday. So if he needs me to drive him around, I will not be able to participate in the family and friend activities, and I will have more time for reading. Other than that, I have Korean classes again, and I have workout scheduled. But other than that, I have free time to read. Not many things on my schedule at all, which is amazing because the last couple of weeks were not the best reading wise. I think part of it is due to me still recovering from surgery and sleeping a lot, and I feel like I am well recovered now and I should not be sleeping as much anymore, and I can spend a lot of time reading. At least yesterday, when I had no plans and I was just editing and reading and that kind of stuff, I did get back into the reading habit, mood, I don't know. So my very ambitious plans for December got a little bit sidetracked because of my bad reading habits during the last 2 weeks. So I have accumulated quite a stack of books that I still need to read. And my plan is now to have an incredibly tough challenge for this week, and then by the end of this week I will see how far I got and then readjust for the last week of December. The problem is that I feel like I cannot cut any more books from my TBR because there's a reason why I need to read all of these books on the list. So let's just hope I get through most of them. But honestly, this is my plan for this week. 3,442 pages. Now let me tell you why. So I was looking forward to Starsight for the longest time. Skyward was my favorite book last year, and I just want to get into the sequel, and I'm buddy reading this with Ilva. I have another buddy read. This has been on my TBR for the longest time as well. Everybody tells me I'm gonna love this because this is right up my alley and I just need to read it, and I'm buddy reading this with Elisa, so I need to get through this as well. Then I have Harley in the Sky, which I found intriguing and I need to finish because this is in one of the reader boxes in my 12 days of Christmas giveaways. So the winner, I will pick the winner, I think, today. So I need to get through so I can pass it on. Same goes for the Tunnel of Bones. I've read City of Ghosts. I'm quite, I'm not really excited for the sequel. I liked it enough that I wanted to read the sequel, but I wasn't entirely sure. I wouldn't have gotten the book if I hadn't seen it on the really good sale on Amazon and thought, well, this would be perfect for the box as well. So I kind of purchased it for the giveaway, but I want to read it first. So let's get through that as well so I can send the giveaway out. Then I still have The Queen of Atolia, which is a traveling book. So I'm part of this group on Goodreads where we are reading books together, write our notes in it, and then pass it on to the next person. So by the end you have like full conversations going on. It's just a lot of fun reading this way, and I need to get through this because I am at the end of my deadline and I need to pass it on. Then I need to get into Slay because this is one of my top priorities from I'm in the mood to read this. It's not the biggest book with like 300 something pages, and the prompt is so intriguing. I just want to read this so bad. So this is on like just one of my top moods that I need to read. Then the similar goes for The Well of Ascension. I just wanted to read more Brandon Sanderson this year so badly, and I only read one, and I need to just do one more before this year ends to fulfill this prompt for me. And I'm actually in a big mood to read this, and also I need to read more bigger books, not just these small ones, before the end of the year. And then last but not least, I have Seven Eves. I do not know how this is pronounced. Seven Eves. I don't know. If anybody knows how this is pronounced, please let me know. This has been intriguing for the longest time. This is on my this was on my wish list on Goodreads for ever. It was actually the oldest on my Goodreads wish list. So when it was on the Amazon sale, I just had to buy it. It also came up in a recommendation video. I think it was Emily Fox who mentioned that this is one of the sci-fis that she wanted to get into or something, or she recommended. I just remember watching the video and being like, oh yeah, that's on my list too, and seems like it's there for a reason, so I really need to read this. I just want to get into some sci-fi ideas, and yes, I need to get to this. So yeah, this is my plan for this week, and I just need to get through all of these. This is how the TBR stacks should be looking for a whole month if they are more realistic, and I just put it down for a whole week. So yes, it's like roughly 500 pages a day, and I know that I'm gonna struggle with that so bad, because usually when I have the full day and I'm not just sitting on my couch reading and not doing anything else, I can do like 300 pages. I know 500 pages shouldn't be a challenge, but for some reason it totally is. And then also I have another stack here, and I am actually waiting for like 20 more. And that is a big stack of mangas. I do want to get into mangas again, and I actually bought a couple of mangas in my Amazon haul, and people have been asking me and texting me if I can recommend them any mangas, and I'm like, well, I'm not the best to recommend you mangas because I haven't been reading mangas at all. I just bought some to get into it after recommendations myself. So I am considering making a video of me reading recommendations and then passing on those recommendations or not, and giving you just my thoughts on your recommendations from other people. And for this I have a list of like 50 mangas, and I want to read at least half of them and let you know what I think. So I don't know if I'm going to start it this week. I might, but I might start after Christmas. So these are already here. There's another, I think 20 something on the way, and 2 waiting in the library. So yeah, longest introduction. Let's start into this week of tons of reading. Tons and tons and tons of reading. Yeah. Yeah! So my son was getting a new room on, we bought him new furniture on Saturday, and he has his birthday on the weekend, and well, we realized he wouldn't be able to set it all up and clean out his room on his own because his room is so gross, and so I told him he can only have his birthday party if this is completely clean. And well, he knew he couldn't do it, so I offered to help him build the furniture. I've been at this for a couple of hours now. He's been at it, cleaning his room. I'm actually really looking forward to him having a clean room. This would be so amazing. It would be a first. It's not really true, but it feels like it. But yeah, so that took priority right now. It's 9 p.m. Just grabbing something to eat for him so that he just has to clean out the area where we set up the bed, and then the rest can wait until tomorrow, I guess. So okay, let's grab some fast food for him, not for me. and get back. Hello, it's Tuesday. I'm finally at the gym again. Finally. So 2.5 weeks, roughly, almost 3 weeks after the surgery, I can go to the gym again. And I now have an appointment with my trainer to set up a new training plan to complement the weight loss that's hopefully happening. So yesterday, after building my son's furniture, I, for the first time, was totally stupid and ate a few fries. Couldn't hold them in, and weirdly enough, right after I threw them up, I pretty much fell asleep. I only was awake for a few hours that day, it feels like, and I feel like if I'm eating the wrong thing, my body gets so exhausted that I need to go to sleep. And I slept for 13-14 hours. So obviously that impacted my reading because I really wanted to read after building the furniture. I'm gonna have to catch up today, especially because I'm really excited to read all the things that are on my plan. It's not like I'm in a slump, I just have life. All right, so let's train a little bit. Cardio is still a little bit slow because I have to get used to my new energy levels, but I'm looking forward to doing some weight training again. So yeah, let's do that first and then get home and get reading.
Perfect.
So I obviously did not read as much as I wanted to. Things happen, damn. So tomorrow I just have group in the evening. On Thursday I have Korean class. On Friday I have Korean class, and I'm meeting my friends in a cafe after. So I should in theory have enough time to read, but let's see where we get to. I am so happy to be in this world again, and reading the Lies of Locke Lamora at the same time is just incredible. I'm reading two really good books that are really like definitely my mood. Parallel is just amazing, and both are buddy reads. If you haven't figured, I love buddy reads so much, and if you ever want to buddy read something with me, just check out my Goodreads. I have a shelf that's called Mood, which is all the books I desperately want to read. And if there's anything on there that you want to read as well, just hit me a message and let's schedule something. Or if you want to read The Wheel of Time, I am buddy reading this next year with a friend, and we are looking if anybody else wants to join. So we're planning to do a book a month of Wheel of Time next year because we desperately want to read that, and we just push it because they're so big, but we want to read them, so we just said, okay, let's just schedule a reading year. So yeah, I'm enjoying the Lies of Locke Lamora a lot. I have a few chapters or a few sub-chapters where I'm struggling to follow a little bit. I don't know if it's the writing style or if it's just my brain moving to different places. But overall, I love the characters. I love the setup. There's a lot of things that I want to experience deeper and get a deeper understanding. I am so in love with cons. Reading it really makes me want to rewatch Hustle. So if you know of any like good con movies or series, let me know as well. I am so in the mood for that. And then I just started Starsight, and I'm so happy to be back in this world. It was my favorite book last year was Skyward, and I am so glad I can continue in this world right now. All right, so I am behind my plan, but I'm hoping to catch up tomorrow. There's no more reading for me tonight because I am so tired. My eyes are falling. My eyes are just closing and I can't leave them open. Let's go to bed. Good night. I cannot believe I slept for 14 hours yet again. At this rate, I'm not gonna read at all. Right now I'm off to my Korean class, the first one this week, and on the way I'll practice some vocabulary because it's just like a 10-15 minute train ride and there's not much reading to do at that point. So my train's here, so let's get going to Korean class. I cannot believe that I just did that. Hey everybody, it's Wednesday, not Thursday. I totally thought it was a Thursday and I had my Korean class, but no, it's Wednesday and I'm meeting with my group. So I decided to get off on the first stop after realizing it, and the train back would be 10 minutes later. But guess what happens? We're standing in front of the train station and the train isn't going into the train station because we have to let another train pass, and voila, missed the train back. So now I have an hour to kill to get the train back. So I don't know, is anything still open at this time? Maybe I'm gonna grab a cup of coffee. I'd love to get some aloe yuzu, but I don't know if there's any place that sells that kind of stuff. Well, maybe I'll just walk around and see if there's a supermarket open that might have the yellow stuff. I need to get my steps in anyways, right? Let's walk around, I guess. So I used the time to get my nails done, so I don't have to do that anymore. And now I'm heading towards a Christmas market because I just missed the next train. So good that I can't eat most of this, but maybe I can find something that I can try. Because so let's see what they have.
Perfect.
So it's already way past midnight. It's way too late. I need to go to bed. I read a little bit more in the Lies of Locke Lamora and I'm enjoying it so much. I do enjoy the characters. I just love being back in a story that involves cons and thieves, and it doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel how to explain it. Sometimes when we are reading about thieves and it just feels like it's painted very either black and white, or sometimes I just have the feeling it's like somebody trying to describe a situation, something that happens without even being close to it themselves. So they're talking about something that they have no idea of, and that just translates very, very badly into the story. And with this story, I just have the feeling that it feels like true. It feels real. This feels like this is what is happening, and it doesn't feel like a fake story. It's very hard to explain what I mean, but the gist of it is that it feels real. Then I also read a little bit more in Starsight, which I am so happy to be back in that universe. It's so incredible. I just wish I could have a little bit more time to read, but I'm getting up, going to my appointments, and then I have a couple of hours to read, maybe 1 or 2, and then I'm already tired again, and then I sleep for like 14-15 hours, which is crazy, but that's what's happening right now. So my reading plan is absolutely, well, in danger doesn't even cut it. It's like, how am I supposed to be reading if I'm gonna be sleeping all the time? On a side note, do you see this amazing new sweater that I got myself today? It is super cozy and I love it so much. This is so me. Hello. Today it really is Thursday, so I'm in the city again where I have my Korean class, and this time I actually will have my class, so yay for that.
Perfect.
Hello everyone, it's Friday. I'm starting to really complain about me sleeping too much and not getting to read because this is getting ridiculous, and I'm so annoyed by not being able to reach like the slightest of my goal simply due to me sleeping. So I'm on my way to class again, and my son at the same time is having his first part of his birthday celebration. He has his friends over and they're doing a 24-hour Star Wars watching marathon. So my living room is pretty much occupied by some teenage boys. Yay! So I'm quite happy to be able to get out to class, but let's see what my house looks like when I get home. So, Erased, don't mind the German cover, I got it in the library. This was recommended by Brandon. I just finished it, and boy oh boy am I hooked. This is a really great manga for a first-time manga reader. I believe it follows this boy who can travel back in time. They're called reruns, and he contains all the memory that he has, and he does realize that he's traveling back in time, but he cannot really say influence how long in time he goes back. But whenever he suddenly goes back in time, an accident, something horrible in his immediate area happened, and he finds out what seems weird, what might be different, and he can prevent it. So what kind of annoys me is that the description on the back and on Goodreads pretty much tells you everything that's in the first book. So if you read that prompt, if you read that small blurb, you pretty much know how this first book ends, and that kind of annoys me. So I am quite happy that I did not read it, and this is why I'm trying so hard to come up with different words how to explain it, because what most people explain would give you away the ending of the first one. I'm definitely gonna get the second one, which is pretty much when I feel like it really starts. And as far as I know, this is based on an anime, which I might check out as well. So far this is really, really good, and I want to continue in this one, so thumbs up. I just finished the manga Erased, which I started reading on the train and then finished here. Beautiful manga. I will talk more about this manga in my future Manga Mondays, which I will start on Monday after a couple of you guys asked for me to talk about mangas. Yeah, now I will get back into the Lies of Locke Lamora while I'm nibbling on some pear. This is like a huge ass pear from Korea. It's like this big, and I'm loving it. It tastes like a nashi. It's good. So let's get back into the Lies of Locke Lamora. I am way behind on my reading plan. I'm way behind on my Starsight reading plan, but I'm already tired again. This is so ridiculous. It shouldn't happen, but I'm already tired again. And I have a feeling that once I am caught up on this one, I'm gonna fall asleep, and then tomorrow I'm gonna have to dedicate tomorrow to Starsight, and then I will have to see what I can save from my plan, because I need to read all these books. Good morning, it's Saturday, 2 p.m, so not morning anymore. I woke up an hour ago, but yay, staying in bed and just lying here is the best. Except for I can't even go into my living room because the boys are still there. They just ordered some food and they're still going
two of them, I think, fell asleep last night, so they didn't make it. But yeah, they are doing it, the Star Wars marathon. All right. So I'm still kind of limited to my bedroom, so I will pick up and read a little bit more. I'm still a little bit tired, so I'm hoping this won't tire me anymore, so I can get a little bit further, and then I'll have to make a decision if I want to meet up with my friends and see the Chinese light installation. There's always like this Chinese Christmas lights installation or something, which is a little bit of a drive for me, and I could go to a Christmas market tomorrow with my family, and because I don't see all of them for Christmas, that would be nice. But both things are in Cologne, and that's quite a drive, so I don't know what to do. And I have the boys here, and I have the birthday, so yeah, I'm gonna have to think about it. So let's finish that chapter that I started last night, and then see where we're at.
So I obviously decided to go with my friends because it's beautiful, and yeah, I think I'll do my daily portion of the Lies of Locke Lamora, but Starsight is still gonna drag. But look at this. Look at this beauty in here. The installation is amazing.
Perfect.
Rainy, shitty weather on a Sunday. Yay. So today's my son's birthday, I dropped him off earlier at the cinema, where he's going to watch Star Wars with his friends. Mama's paying. And spontaneously, our Korean teacher asked if we want to go and have some dinner, and yes, we do. I originally wanted to meet up with my family at a really nice Christmas market, but because a train got cancelled, I would have gotten there 2.5, 3 hours after they did, when they would get ready to leave. So not an option really. So I said yes to the dinner, which I'm looking forward to as well. I would have preferred to see my family because one of my sisters won't be there on Christmas Eve. But if you didn't know, in Germany, Christmas Eve is the part that is celebrated more than Christmas Day. So yeah, I'm quite sad that I won't be seeing her, but looking forward to dinner as well. So, as I said, it is a rainy day in Düsseldorf, but honestly, I feel super cute right now with the hood and my hair. Somehow that works for me. I don't know. So, anyways, I'm on my way to the restaurant to meet my friends, and I've been stopping and chatting on tandem to people in Korean the whole time. I actually worked on my vocabulary on the train, and I caught up to where I should be. So it's kind of amazing, but I had this major backlog, and I'm caught up now. Doesn't mean I know them all, but I add 10 new words every single day, and now I'm finally at the point where I don't have a list from class anymore that I need to add, and I can move on to my book from Talk to Me in Korean that gives me 10 words a day. Yay! Looking forward to starting that book during the Christmas holidays. Alright, so yeah, meeting up with some friends, walking to the restaurant right now. It's gonna be critical to get my steps in tonight, because obviously I haven't moved much today yet. And oh yeah, I did read a little bit of the Lies of Locke Lamora on the train. Let me just hold it a little bit differently. I'm about halfway, and I am loving this book. I love that we are getting, in the first few chapters, we're getting a very straightforward picture. I heard that a few people complained about a lack of world building, but I feel like in the first 2 chapters we're getting tons of world building, enough world building for the first 2 chapters to get into it quickly, but not being too info-dumpy. So I like the world building a lot. Thank you very much. And aside from that, the characters all make sense. They have flaws, but they seem real because they have flaws. And there's so much that I love about the book that I can't really get into details about without getting spoilery, which I don't want to do. I was wondering, for those of you who continuously watch, would you be interested in something like a spoilery read with me kind of video, where I mark very clearly the chapters that I'm at, so you can actually read along with me, and when you're at a chapter you can watch and what I had to say, and then stop the video and come back when you read the next chapter, kind of a deal. Kind of similar to my buddy reads, where we just send voice memos after every time after something happened, and we just put a disclaimer of where we are at. Yeah, would you be interested in that kind of video?
I'm happy to make them for some books. And if you are interested, let me know what type of books you would want to see that from. All right, so yeah, so far I'm loving the Lies of Locke Lamora, even though I am so behind on my reading because I'm either sleeping or I'm out with friends. That's just life, and I'm totally okay with it. I am annoyed with me sleeping too much, not being able to read. But then again, my body does take what it needs, and I shouldn't be complaining about that. So, okay. Oh, by the way, I'm just walking past one of my favorite cafes in Düsseldorf. If you're ever in Düsseldorf, you do have to check out the Coco Cafe. And look at these wonderful pink trees they have up as Christmas decorations. I want these trees so bad. They would fit my style so perfectly, but they don't know where they got them, and I want them so bad. All right, so I need to figure out where I'm going. So talk to you later. So this is it for this week. I reached roughly 70% in the Lies of Lamora. Loving it so far. It is, at this point, I feel like we need to have a few things closed up. We need to have some like resolving or solutions or something. There's too many loose ends for my taste at this point, and I'm getting a little bit impatient. And I feel like it's dragging right now, but it's not bad enough for me to deduct points at this point. The rest of my reading plan for this week gloriously failed, epically, due to meeting friends, due to sleeping. You've been hearing enough about it and how annoyed I'm about it. I am absolutely fine when I'm consciously deciding to put my reading plan on the back burner in favor of doing other things like learning Korean, meeting my friends, filming unboxings, etc. But if it's because I'm sleeping and I'm just missing time, I guess, then that annoys me so much. Especially because I have several books on my plan that I just need to desperately read for several different reasons. So what I will do for next week is I will have to go through my TBR and drastically think about what I can put off. Not what I want to put off or what I want and do not want to read, but what I can put off, and just prioritize the books that I need to read for like specific reasons, like other people waiting for me to finish, etc. And I mean, these are books that I want to read as well. So yeah, that's what I'm probably gonna have to do, and then just prioritize by ways of what needs to be done first. Oh my god, I was just looking at all those packages still lying there, and I was like, why are these packages still there? I'm like, I have not picked winners for the second half of the Christmas giveaways. I completely forgot to pick the winners and announce them, so you could not have claimed the packages, and that's why they're still lying here. How bad am I? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm so ashamed. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow first thing and just announce winners. Oh my gosh, I am so ashamed. I am so embarrassed. I'm so sorry for not picking the winners in time. That was really bad. Really, really bad of me. Okay, I'll do that tomorrow. So overall, what did I read? I finished the manga Erased, and I've been reading quite a bit in here. I'm at around 70%. So not what I wanted to do, but I am still having fun reading. So I guess that's what counts most, right? All right, so this is it for this week. I hope to see you again really soon on my channel. Please leave me a comment if you haven't commented on anything yet. And I hope to see you again on my channel real soon. Bye!